This is Silverstone race circuit, home of British motorsport. Every year, my racing idols, Jenson, Lewis, gather here, strap on their helmets, and face off. And every year, I stand here wondering what it will be like to join them. It's wishful thinking, of course. What they do is the stuff of boyhood dreams. But sometimes, it's possible to live that racing fantasy. Today, I've come to Stowe Circuit at Silverstone to drive this, a single-seater that's as close to an F1 car as they'll allow normal people to drive. Under that beautiful open-wheel body lies a 1600 Ford Duratorque engine, throwing out up to 150 brake horsepower through a 4-speed manual Hewland racing gearbox. It's good for 0 to 62 in less than 5 seconds, and around Stowe, it will keep going until you hit 120 miles per hour. It's a glorious piece of machinery, but looking at it is one thing. Driving it, well, that's quite another. So here we go, onto Stowe Circuit. Okay, first impressions on this thing. It vibrates a lot. There are vibrations charging through my entire body. It actually feels ticklish. I like it though. And it's fast. It's like being in a convertible. A very fast convertible. I can see everything. In normal closed wheel racing, you really have no idea where your wheels are, but in this, I can see my wheels. I can see the racing line perfectly. I can see the apex. There's no excuse for going into a corner wrong. But the power's not important. What is important is the weight. It only weighs 450 kilos. And that means it's quick. They reckon this will do 0 to 60 in around 4.5 seconds. Yeah, so it's quicker than a normal road-going sports car in a straight line, certainly, yes. But around corners, that's where it really shines. There's no body roll. Everything just feels completely precise. I can attack these corners knowing full well that it's just gonna go in and deliver exactly what I need. Yes, handling is fantastic in this thing. It's actually geared ever so slightly towards understeer. That means if you're a total novice and you take a corner too quickly, it'll wash out towards the edge of the corner. That's the safest approach. But if you want to have fun with a little bit of oversteer, no problem. Throw it in a little too quickly, get on the throttle, and the back end will come out. It's such a playful car, but it's also communicative. You know exactly what it's going to do at any given time. That's exactly how a single-seater car should behave. What a machine. The only thing that would make this better would be if I could bring some friends along for the ride. And luckily, I can.
Charging around in a single-seater isn't reserved just for rich folks or racing drivers. Anyone can take part, and you can bring your mates along for the ride. Companies like Virgin Experience Days allow you to throw down some cash, turn up, get all the appropriate training, and charge around as part of a group. Skill levels are pretty irrelevant. Everyone from novices to pro racing drivers can take part. Unlike karting, it's very closely related to the Grand Prix racing we all see on television. Of course, there are rules in place to aid safety. Everybody begins their session with a few familiarization laps before the pace car pulls in and you charge away from a rolling start. Overtaking is definitely allowed, although only on the left, so things are kept simple and safe and only along the straights. If you're good and you find yourself at the back of a train during a rolling start, there's nothing stopping you from charging through the field and overtaking or even lapping those slower than you. And if you find yourself up against someone of an equal skill level, you can really recreate some of those famous battles witnessed around the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. This is epic fun, far more enjoyable than karting in many respects, and you will go home feeling as if you stepped into the body of Jenson Button or Lewis Hamilton for the day. If you love your motor racing and you really want to experience the thrills, the smell, and the competition of single-seater motorsport, then you really have no excuse not to give this a go.